Alright guys, yet another express entry change is here that has been announced by IRCC, and this time it is the proof of funds. Yes guys, just a couple of days ago IRCC announced the changes around the proof of funds that are required for your application. Please be tuned till the end, we are discussing this important topic today. So guys, welcome back once again. My name is Sahil and I'm a regulated Canadian immigration consultant and I practice in Brampton, Ontario. My office is there, but right now I'm traveling to India. So I am back with yet another video around express entry updates and Canadian immigration updates. But before we start this video, please remember to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon, because we talk a lot about Canadian immigration, and if you are an aspirant, then this is a channel that you must be watching. So guys, we are discussing the important update around proof of funds, and the IRCC recently announced that the changes around proof of funds are here finally in 2021 in the month of July. And as you already know, just a big bit of a background, that every now and then IRCC every year rather updates the proof of fund requirements, which is usually driven around the fact that the low income cutoff or the minimum funds required for settlement keep on changing depending upon the previous year figures. So yes, this year's figures have been updated, and the changes have been done specifically for the federal skilled worker and the federal skilled trade program, which are now affected under this new program. Now guys, first of all, what exactly is proof of funds, and then we will go on to discuss what exactly is the change or what are the new figures, and then we will also discuss around the family size and the way you can actually prove your funds. Okay. Now guys, first things first, proof of funds are the minimum settlement funds, or the money that is a requirement around the express entry programs of FSW and FST, and as a requirement you are supposed to maintain this minimum amount in your bank account. Okay. Now the way it has to be maintained, just to give a clarity as to what exactly comprises under the proof of funds. Now you could definitely have your cash in your bank account balance. You could talk about some redeemable or the actual amount that is there which you can take to Canada. It has to be mentioned on the financial institution's letterhead along with your account numbers, name, address, the date it was opened, and other such details. If you can always try and convert it and ask the financial institution to mention the equivalent Canadian dollar amount, so that you don't face an issue at the time of claiming the equivalency of the amount. Now guys, around the change, what really happened, the change is that as you can see on the screen, the figures vis-a-vis the last year they have been updated, and if you see, it is going by the type of your family size. Now what exactly is a family size, and how do you calculate that, how much funds you need? Now family size guys, it is very simple. It is you, the first member, your spouse or your partner as the second member, and then all your dependent children are the third member and onwards, along with any dependent children of your spouse from any previous relationships or otherwise. Okay. So just to recap, so let's say there is just one applicant, so the family size is 1. Now if there is a couple that is going, then the family size is 2, and then if you have more children, then 2 plus the number of children, the dependent children that you have. Please note, the dependent children are the children below the age of 22. Okay. Now guys, also you need to have this thing in your mind, that even if your spouse is a permanent resident or a non-accompanying member, even then you need to meet the minimum funds around the proof of funds. Okay. Now that is a requirement. Otherwise I think the change is pretty much in line with the the inflation and everything. Yes, it's not a considerable amount of change, but yes, it is there, somewhere to the tune of about $1,000, or I think a little less than that. But yes, it is definitely for your note. Please note, the IRCC has given you time until the 15th of July to update your profiles. Okay. Because right now, if you have already created an express entry profile, if you are already there in the system, you would have updated as per the previous table. Now IRCC says you have time until 15th July 2021 to update your file, so that your file does not get ineligible or does not become ineligible after 15th of July. So go ahead, update your files, update your applications ASAP. And if your file has already gone, it is already beyond ITA and it is already beyond AOR, then this change does not apply to you. However, you might still want to have this amount in your bank account, and if you want, you can send an update to IRCC as well with your fresh bank account details, because you must meet. And please remember, there is one final interview that happens at the time of landing as well. So when you receive a COPR in your country of residence, you are still not a landed permanent resident, right? You become a landed permanent resident once you land in Canada, and at the time of landing, you must meet the requirements. The officer will again check and update on your background, your family status, if there has been any change or anything, or you still meet the requirements that were there initially, right? So make sure, just to be safe, okay? Now they're not saying that we will not let you in or whatever, but just to be safe, it's only a couple of $100 or maybe $1,000. Just to be safe, keep that amount in your bank account, okay? Now guys, I hope the video was good. It was informational. You got everything that you wanted to understand, you wanted to know. And if you have anything else that needs to be updated, or if you want to have any other discussion with me, feel free to book a consultation and I would be more than happy to speak with you. Once again, lovely chatting with you, and until the next video, wish you all the best and see you soon in Canada.